A contrived character is a term that we've developed to describe how, by using what we call frame coupling or frame tying, another party or person or individual can use one or a series of daisy-chained weaponized frames to further taint, distort, or destroy something good, beneficial, or innocuous. Now, Hollywood is a master of this realm, and it's not by mistake, it's not by accident. They work very, very hard and diligently at this. Now, here's how it works. Let's start with something really innocuous, say the Pythagorean theorem. Now, you may remember this one from high school, right? The square of the hypotenuse, which is the opposite side of the right triangle, is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. But rather than me do that, let's listen to Salman Khan of the Khan Academy quickly walk us through the Pythagorean theorem.
And let me tell you what the Pythagorean theorem is. So if we have a triangle, and the triangle has to be a right triangle. So it has to be a right triangle, which means that one of the three angles in the triangle have to be 90 degrees. And you specify that it's 90 degrees by drawing that little box right there. So that right there is, let me do this in a different color. That right there is a 90 degree angle, or we could call it a right angle.
Pretty innocuous, no? Now, we can probably all agree that the Pythagorean theorem is innocuous. But let's turn up the heat a bit. Let's turn up the emotions. Let's trigger the frames which have already been implanted inside you and me, especially in the West. If you're in America, these will resonate very strongly with you if you were acculturated in America. These have been implanted by the frame creation, control, and maintenance industry, and they are jealously guarded and zealously maintained. All of these frames have weaponized, so buckle your seatbelt. First one, Christian cross. Any reaction? The Red Cross. How about Roman artwork in Spain before the Nazis? How about Buddhist symbology in Japan? I know a number of people have been shocked to see that either on signage of maps or at the actual temple or on the way to the temple. Any reaction? Any pre-programmed reactions that are coming forth? All right, now let's trigger the emotions by setting the ambience.
Der Führer ist die Partei und die Partei ist der Führer.
Let's look at this weaponized frame. Okay, now let's take the weaponized frame plus add it with innocuous concept, the Pythagorean theorem. And this is what we get. Even the Pythagorean theorem sounds racist when you look like this. Even quantum physics sounds racist when you look like this. Even E equals MC squared sounds racist when you look like this. I'm talking about CAPM, the capital asset pricing model. You sound like a racist, bro.